Hello, welcome to An Idiot Shares Her Story. This is going to be my standard Wednesday slot. Today it's National World Mental Health Day, and I wanted to share my story with you guys in a way that I can only really do through makeup, which I know sounds a bit silly, but yeah, I've turned off all of my comments, so I'm really sorry if anyone does comment, but please send me love and little emojis while I'm going through, just so I know that you're there. That would be really great, and I'll answer all of the questions and comments afterwards, I promise. So yes, basically I wanted to share my story with you in the hopes that it helps break the stigma. I'm typically known as being quite a happy person, and I think quite a lot of people wouldn't necessarily realise that I would be suffering with depression. So I just wanted to come on just to break the stigma and really show you that no matter what kind of smile you have painted on your face, there might be something else going on behind it. So I'm going to show you what the smile hides. So on the right half of my face, this is going to be what the world sees. And on the left hand side of my face, this is going to be what is underneath and what's happening underneath. So like I said, I've turned off all of the comments, so I'm really sorry if I can't see anyone's comments. I'll answer them all later. Please send me love though, so I know that you're here, and share it with your friends. This is such an important message to share. It's okay to not be okay. And I wish someone would have told me this 7 years ago when I first started having issues. So I'm going to start off. I'm going to do I've already done my base because I didn't want to try and do these lines online. I didn't think it would go very well, but actually it's come out quite well. So I've drawn these lines to show that the depressed side can sometimes seep into the happy painted on side. And yeah, so that's why that's there. Right, so let's get started. So I've got... basically, I'm going to do my makeup as I talk with you guys, if that's okay. I can't actually see if it is okay, so I'm going to do it anyway. When I was first depressed and didn't really know I was depressed, I suppose when I feel down, I don't wear makeup. I really don't, and I don't wash my hair. So my hair goes up in a ponytail. And to be honest, I see how long I can take it before really it starts getting greasy, like really greasy. So that's why I've styled my hair blonde. I haven't styled my hair blonde. I've curled my hair on this side because this is what I do when I'm going out. And then this is to simulate grease because I have actually washed my hair. But this is kind of this side. If you look, this is depressed Alex. This is the Alex everyone sees. So this is really hard. Okay, so I've struggled with my mental health since I can remember. I'm very, very lucky to have such a wonderful family, and that's just too much, but never mind. I'll do some highlighter to get rid of it. There we go. Let's just merge it in with everything. So I've struggled with my mental health since I can remember, and I went to a very, very dark place in my teens. In my teens, I made an attempt on my life. In fact, I made a few attempts on my life. One was more serious than the other. And I was so frustrated because I didn't really understand what was happening. I didn't really get what was going on with me because I basically had an amazing family. I do have an amazing family. And I'm not really concentrating on this makeup, by the way, so it could end up looking like a dog's dinner, but what can you do? But I I didn't really understand what was going wrong. Why was I feeling so down when I've got all of this amazing things that are happening? And that actually made me worse because I couldn't understand, and therefore I just angered myself even more. And I started to lash out at people, I started to lash out at myself, I started to attack my family, which is horrendous. The people who you desperately want to be around you, I pushed away, which is horrendous. And I'm so sad that I did that. So yeah, when I was probably 13, I put a rope around my neck and tried to jump out of a window. But obviously I didn't, because I'm here and I'm fully intact. But for a 13-year-old to be driven to that, to not understand that what they're going through is potentially totally normal, is horrendous, it's so sad. And my parents did everything they could, they really did. My parents and my family are the most amazing people. They've put up with a lot of crap from me, they really have. So yeah, I've written it down because I knew I was going to get upset. So I wasn't sure if I'm not sure if I would have actually gone through with like the attempt on my life properly. I think if I'd have made it out like properly out of the window, I don't know if I'd have jumped. And that's kind of encouraging in a way, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I was just kind of struggling, finding my way through life, and basically I didn't really understand kind of where I fit in life, which I know is kind of a first world problem. Okay, yeah, I can't talk and do liquid eyeliner, so that's not going to happen. The makeup bit isn't the important bit. Basically, I got taken to the doctors and I got put on the pill because teenagers have hormones, and obviously you're gonna end up with some form of hormonal imbalance or something like that. So I got popped on the pill when I was about 13, which is quite a young age. And I probably was on 6 different pills throughout the time because they were trying to work out what was wrong with me. I then got referred to counselling and I didn't go because I was concerned that I would be labelled as a crazy person. That concern nearly cost me my life. A concern that I wouldn't be able to, I would be labelled as a crazy person, and I wasn't normal, and I wasn't the 1 in 4, and all of this. I was worried it was going to hurt my career prospects, all of that. I was so worried about it that I didn't go. I didn't go and get the help that was there for me, despite my mum trying to get me. I wouldn't go. So I started to get more and more angry, more and more frustrated, and depressed. Again, kept on lashing out. My mum, bless her, got the brunt of the hormones. No, not brunt of the hormones, brunt of the depression. And I just kept on getting more and more frustrated because I had no reason. I had no reason to be sad. There was no reason for it. There was no need. And that made me feel even worse because why should I? It's almost like I felt like depression is only for certain people. You can only be depressed if something's happened in your life. I later realised that isn't true. So I'm just going to put my lips up. Trying to do makeup at an angle is difficult. Okay, so in December 2015, after a lot of different tests and stuff, I got diagnosed with joint hypermobility syndrome. Not the best time to put this on, but what can you do? And basically that means that I I'm very bendy and it's very painful, and I'd been in pain for quite a long time, so it was nice to have a realisation. But as I was getting worse, I started to feel more and more frustrated, and I mourned my old self, because I used to play sports every day and all of this. And I was on medication. I was on tramadol. I was on all these kinds of pain medications. I missed about 6 months of my life. And I was in sorrow for myself, but I was in too much pain to really care, if that makes sense. So I've finished my normal face. I'm going to go on to sad face. Now, I wouldn't normally wear makeup when I'm depressed, but for emphasis, I'm going to do it, and also it gives me something to do when I'm talking to you. Keeps my hands busy because I'm obviously talking about something quite sensitive. Right, so what am I doing? So my anger and sadness only really started kind of rearing its ugly head a lot more when I'd had a drink, which was actually probably more than I should have been drinking, which means that when I was drinking, I was getting sad, and then I was lashing out at myself, I was lashing out at other people, I just wasn't a nice person. And I really, really struggled with, then you have like the guilt the next day of just feeling horrendous and just feeling really depressed. And like, no one should live like that. No one should feel guilty for being themselves. I know I shouldn't be drinking, and I am so much better at that now. I say so much better. I mean, I have the odd wobble when I'm an absolute knob when I've had a drink, but other than that, which everyone is sometimes. So it really only surfaced when I had a drink, and as I started falling deeper and deeper into the depression, it started to seep into my daily life, and I started to I was so mean to myself. I had basically, if I did anything, it was instantly like, you stupid bitch, what are you doing? I literally, if I said hello to someone, I said it in the wrong way, or if I did anything, I properly attacked myself. And honestly, I would never talk to anyone the way that I spoke to myself. And so on the 1st of January this year, I hit rock bottom. 1st of January this year was not good. And I basically, I drank air freshener, which is probably, I wasn't trying to kill myself. I don't know why I did it. I'd had drinks the night before and I drank air freshener, and I did it again probably February time. I don't know why. It's such a ridiculous thing to do. I just wanted out. And my poor husband has been my rock through the whole thing. And for him and for me, I decided to get help. I spoke to a on-call doctor and basically said, I need help, I'm suicidal. And the person on the end of the phone said to me, let's get you down here. And let's sort you out. So I did. I went down, I spoke to the doctor, and he basically listened to me. He just listened to me like I was a normal human. And that was so lovely, and he didn't judge me or anything. Because I said to him, I don't understand why. Why am I so upset? My life is wonderful. And he just said, sometimes people just feel sad for no reason whatsoever. He referred me for counselling. And he referred me for counselling, and I went. And granted, that wasn't my best experience that I've had, if I'm being honest. But then we discovered that it wasn't for me. Counselling isn't for me. And that's fine, because counselling isn't for everybody. So I basically just, I tried counselling, it didn't work. And I was like, right, okay, fine. Oh, sorry, no, I didn't go to counselling yet. I waited. I had to like go on the like waiting list and everything. And I was sat somewhere, I won't say where. I was sat somewhere, and there was a pair of scissors on the table next to me. And I thought, you know what? I could do it. I could jab them into me. I could do it right now. And I reached my hand out and I grabbed the phone instead of the scissors. And I rang the doctor and said, I need help. I need help. I'm not going to be able to last until my counselling session. So they got me in that day and gave me antidepressants. The GP diagnosed me with endogenous depression, which is a biological depression, which basically is, there is no reason why I should be so sad. There isn't. It's just me. That's just my makeup. That's my chemical reaction. It's just who I am. And it was really nice to have the answers of why I've been feeling so sad for so long. And the antidepressants that they gave me worked initially, and then I thought, you know what, I'm still not right. I need to go up one. And we were a bit sceptical about me going up another just in case I got addicted to any of this. But it's serotonin. I'd rather be addicted to being happy than addicted to being sad, which is what I was. So I upped my antidepressants, and I've been on them for about 6 months, and I feel like this fog has lifted and I can actually think now. If someone hadn't mentioned to me that it's okay, if I hadn't Googled it, if I didn't know that it's okay to be depressed, it's okay for you to naturally not understand what's going on, because sometimes it isn't you, it isn't circumstance. Sometimes you just got a little bit too little serotonin in your brain. That's all it is. And knowing this and going and getting help and reaching for the phone instead of the scissors saved my life. It's why I'm here today. I celebrated my birthday on the 27th of August, and I was so happy. I celebrated because I didn't think I would see it. I genuinely didn't think. I really didn't think I would have reached it. So please share this message with your friends. Share this live with your friends. You could save someone else. Let's go put my lipstick on. The End the Stigma campaign is saving lives. The asking twice, asking someone, are you okay? And then asking them again. Don't just settle for fine. I'm fine. No one's ever fine. Ask them, are you sure? Because at that one moment, someone might decide to talk to you, and you could save that person's life. You aren't alone. You really aren't. I'm here. If you're watching this, message me. I've been through it. I know what it's like. I will come to doctor's appointments with you. You are not alone. Just remember always, it's okay not to be okay. That's what I think. So thank you everyone for watching. I really, really appreciate it. And please please share this. You don't know who you could save. Thank you.